Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus behind a pneumonia outbreak in the central city of Wuhan.
Infection levels start to explode all over the world.
It has been confirmed that there are 2 cases now in England.
Egypt's health ministry has announced a first confirmed case of
millionaire and ex-politician Ahmad Dogan's villa. He's said to have close ties to the government.
Showed up today and it's just chaos.
Hello there, I am Nuradila and you're watching BGR News. Bulgaria, a country located in the Balkan Peninsula that has a golden-like sands which attract thousands of tourists all over the world every year, and it is a best destination among people who seek for good quality services at decent prices. A developing country with upper middle income economies, the major socio-economic issues in Bulgaria is the widespread corruption. Bulgaria has ranked as the most corrupt country in the European Union in 2018. The country also faces a demographic crisis, which is population shrinking annually since 1990s. Let's move into its international trade. Due to the immobility of factors of production, such as capital and labor, international trade mostly restricted to the trade of goods and services. It also defines as the exchange of goods and services from one country to another, which leading to increasing in economic growth facilitates competitive advantages as well as we can enjoy varieties of goods and services. For more detail on Bulgaria international trade, we have Nabil on the live.
Thank you, Adila from BGR News Studio. Now, I am going to reporting about export of Bulgaria before COVID-19. Bulgaria export mostly fuels with 11.2% frequency, transport equipment with 11% frequency, manufactured goods, clothing, footwear, and chemicals. The most common destination for the export of Bulgaria are Germany with $5.41 billion, Romania with $2.87 billion, Italy with $2.56 billion, Turkey and Greece. The most recent exports are led by refined petroleum, packaged medicine, refined copper, wheat and raw copper. The top exported item by Bulgaria in 2019 is refined petroleum. The top exported destination in 2019 is Germany with 15.7% frequency. That's all from me. I will pass another detail of export after COVID-19 to my colleague.
Thank you to Ahmad Nabil. My name is Yasmin Tasnim binti Samsol. Now I'm going to explain to you about what happened to export in Bulgaria during pandemic COVID-19 in 2020 until 2021. Coronavirus disease 2019 COVID-19 is a novel coronavirus currently known as a severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2 that caused an illness. It was reported to World Health Organization WHO in 31st December 2019. Since coronavirus has spread around the world, the drop in export is due to drastically reduced fuel sales abroad as a result of the drop in oil price on international markets and the drop in demand. Besides that, there are temporary factory closures in Europe, as well as weak demand for goods such as cars and clothing. Exports of textile and automotive parts from Bulgaria are declining as a result. According to National Statistical Institute (NSI), the total value of all goods exported from Bulgaria in 2020 was about 54.4 billion leva, 6.9% less than in 2019. According to preliminary data from NSI, Bulgaria's total exports and imports of goods to and from the European Union and the third parties slightly increased in February 2021. For the first time since the beginning of coronavirus pandemic in Bulgaria. In January 2021, the largest increase in exports of goods from Bulgaria to the EU compared to the same month in 2020 was recorded in the sectors fats, oils and wets of animals and vegetable origin 103.6% and raw inedible materials excluding fuels 24.5%. The largest decline was observed in the sector mineral fuels, oils and related products 41.5%. However, the pandemic is causing a boom in some sectors. For example, transport industry like bicycle. Sales of Bulgarian electric bicycles have been growing rapidly for several years after the EU restricted the import of cheap ones from China. But the pandemic seems to have further positive impact. According to NSI data, the value of Bulgarian export of electric bicycle increased by as much as BGN 192 million, 57% in 2020. The largest market of Bulgarian electric bicycle is Germany. For more detail about import in Bulgaria, I will pass to next person, Nur Arriesa.
Thank you, Ms. Yasmin Tasnim. Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. In addition to exports, Bulgaria import a variety of products in bulk amount that are necessary for manufacture of commodities. Because the Bulgaria are well connected to other countries, these items are imported through ANC.
Germany leads the way, accounting for 12% of total imports worth 4.53 billion USD. Russia and Italy follow, accounting for 9.87% and 7.43% of total imports. Romania 2.69 billion USD, Turkey 2.46 billion USD, and Greece are also featured in the list, 1.73 billion USD. These countries have aided in the mass production of commodities and items utilized by the Bulgarian people, with a few of them exported to other parts of the world. Bulgaria primarily imports fuels, machinery and transportation equipment, metals and raw material from neighboring countries. Oil and mineral fuel required by industry are imported on a considerable scale as top imported item, accounting for 13.8% of total Bulgarian imports. These goods are a high quality and will last a long time. Due to international commerce and specialization, Bulgarians can enjoy items and services traded from other countries that are not available in their own country.
Long ago from me, Nur Arriesa for BGR News, we now move to Ms. Izzah Athirah to describe the effect of pandemic COVID-19 to Bulgarian imports.
Thank you, Ms. Arriesa, for the further explanation. Now let's see what happened to the imports of Bulgaria when COVID-19 arrived.
Bulgaria's import also declined in 2020 due to the impact of pandemic. In January 2021, the largest increase in imports of goods from the EU compared to the same month last year, which is 2020, was reported in the sector animal and vegetable fats, oils and waxes amounted 36.7%. The largest decline was observed in the sector soft and alcoholic beverages and tobacco, amounted 20.5%. As to the imports of goods from third countries, according to the standard foreign trade classification in the period January to February 2021, the largest increase compared to the same period in 2020 was reported in the sectors fats, oils and waxes of animal and vegetable origin, which is 13.4%, and machinery, equipment and vehicles 8%. The largest decrease was observed in the sector mineral fuels, oils and related products, amounted 39.6%. Alright, that's all from me. I will now pass this to our main studio now. Thank you.
Thank you to all reporters. We have come to the end of the news, but before we go, wrapping up with the info of trade balance. Trade balance, the net sum of a country export and import of goods without taking into account all financial transfers, investment and other financial components. A country trade balance is positive, a surplus if the value of export exceeds the value of import. The highest Bulgaria trade balance was reported in 2017, which the amount is 98.5 million Bulgarian lev. The lowest is reported back in 2008, which is negative 2,106.2 million Bulgarian lev due to global financial crisis. The crisis rapidly spread into a global economic shock, resulting in several bank failures. Economies worldwide slowed during this period since credit tightened and international trade declined. Early 2021, the trade balance seems to shrink, but it got widened in February and March due to the higher value of import than export. Bulgaria trade gap widened to 963.5 million Bulgarian lev in March of 2021 from 547.7 million Bulgarian lev in the corresponding month of the previous year. Export soared 27% year-on-year to 5,720.6 million Bulgarian lev due to low baseline effect from last year's pandemic COVID-19 outbreak. That's the end of the news for today. Thank you for watching and stay safe.